My name is Umar Naseer. I'm 56 years old. I'm a businessman. I'm a politician. I'm an ex-cop. And then I have my own business. I operate a passenger submarine in the Maldives. I have a security company as well. I have been in politics for over 18 years.
Do you know what a DILF is?
No, I don't know. I'm very new to these kind of terms.
Let's go on to the public questions. So one of the questions I got is, do you stand BTS?
What is BTS?
You mentioned Korean K-pop.
Oh, right.
Groups.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's why I got that question.
Group. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What is the question? Come again, please.
Do you listen to the
No, I don't.
BTS?
No, I don't. My children do that, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. In fact, I had to shout my children, because they're watching BTS too much. So I tell them, you must reduce your screen time. Do you hear that the boys in BTS group had to go and serve the national service?
Yeah, I heard about that incident.
Yeah. They were forced to do that, because see how South Korea has become a rich country. Do you know that? Just give me 1 minute on this subject. Now, South Korea, Taiwan, Indonesia, and Malaysia, these four countries became independent countries almost together. All right, but South Korea and Taiwan has become rich countries in a very short period of time. But Indonesia and Malaysia could not do that. So we have to learn from these two countries, South Korea and Taiwan. How did they achieve that? And one of the things that they did in South Korea and in Taiwan was national service. And because of national service, the entire population is disciplined. They had the right work ethics. They work hard. They spend long hours in their jobs. That means the country has prospered very much. So this is where the Maldives need to go. So that's where the BTS had to go and serve the national service.
So you asked me for my channel, right?
Yeah.
Which video was your first impression of me?
Well, I went through your channel because I wanted to see what kind of stuff you promote here, And I found you in this particular mask and very interesting. I thought, all right, this must be a young guy, Let's see what question he has to ask me. Well, I mean, it's a great idea, Believe me, it's a great idea that you have this. You're asking tough questions from politicians. I hope that more politicians will come and ask your questions, And then great that you have an audience, a young audience, who want to see their country in a much better position than what it is right now. So, but believe me, let me talk to your audience. You're young people. You have aspirations. I have been like you. So there's one thing in this world, nothing comes free. The politicians may come and tell you, I'm going to give you that free, this free. Nothing is coming free in this world. You have to pay a price for that. So if you don't pay the price, your children will have to pay that price. So make sure that you become hardworking people. You become disciplined people. You have proper skill in you. Don't spend too much time on TV games, on those kind of things. Make sure that you have some skill in you so that will help you in your life.
All right, Maldivian Batman I am.
Yeah.
In the darkness of the night, I drive around Male looking for illegally parked vehicles and I pee on them. So if you woke up one morning late for work only to find your bike smelling like pee, that was me. So there's a serial peer going around.
I see. Oh, I think he should immediately stop that, because we need a society that is disciplined, who respect others. And then I want all our young people to be more disciplined, more responsible, people. But I can understand that young people have different ideas on different things, So, but if you keep doing what you're doing, one day I'm going to get caught. Yeah. But there's one thing good. But there's one good news here actually, because in this country, even if you are caught stealing $1 million, you don't have to spend much time in prison. So P will not, I think, carry any punishment at all.
My grandfather fucked a shampoo bottle and everyone in my island knows about it because I had to take him to the hospital to get it removed. It wasn't a one-time occurrence.
Very, very sad that this has happened.
Yeah.
I hope that another gentleman don't face the same thing,
Yeah. Alright, I think I'll stop there before I give you a heart attack with this. You have been running for president for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Like ever since I was young. Why do you keep coming back?
Actually, I see Maldives from a different perspective. I think Maldives can be a developed nation like Singapore, like South Korea, like Taiwan, like Sweden. The only thing lacking is strong and clean leadership. And if we have a leader who is clean, who is strong, who is visionary, who can drive the country, I think Maldives can become our next Singapore or South Korea, Taiwan for that matter. The only thing lacking for Maldives is strong leadership. So that's why I keep coming back. I think I can give that leadership to this country. That's why I keep coming back.
I saw on Facebook you were talking about how your running mate left you.
Yeah.
And he appeared in I believe MDP, right? MDP speech. So
yeah.
How do you think this actually reflects on your judgment of character?
I think it was a bad call for me because Salim has been my very close associate for 15 years. And I didn't expect this from him at all. And it was a big surprise for me. This is the first and only surprise, a political surprise, I would say, that I have faced in the past 18 years. Very disappointing for me and very bad judgment on my side.
So are you aware of the Jabir scandal?
Which one is that you're referring to? Because there are several scandals where he's involved.
All right, let's go simple. Something
right.
everyone knows. The beach one, right?
Abdullah Jabir كان بيرتي معوش من سابق هنقول مع واحد كان
Between me and you.
Yeah.
He was definitely drunk, right?
Yeah. Apparently,
do you think
yes.
it is like, yeah. Do you think it's absurdly insulting to the Maldivian people that he was allowed to continue to be a parliament member?
Very, very sad that such people are barred from politics here. Because it's a very bad example for our children. How can politics be so dirty? Politics cannot be so dirty. Because after all, politicians are leading a country. And in every country, politicians lead. And if such bad examples are there, young people like you or our children will be very reluctant to come into politics because politics will be seen as something very dirty. You can get away with anything. You can rob people's money. You can get away. You can be drunk. You can say anything. This is not what politics means. Politics has to be more decent than that. So it's very pity that the present politics of Maldives is so bitter, it is so polarizing, and it is so dirty at the moment. So this is why I want a different country. I want a different direction. I want a new direction for this country. Politics cannot be so divisive. It can't be so polarizing. It can't be so dirty. It has to be clean. Politicians have to be clean. They have to have values. They have to have their beliefs, their principles. They just can't bend their principles for anything. No. This is why I'm running. I think politics have to be completely different.
Just one thing to add, you mentioned that it's like politics being dirty, right? My point, I think it's mainly this has completely taken away the trust that we can have in the justice system as well. It's not just politics that's been dirty here; it's the justice system as well.
It is everything. Not only justice system, not only politicians, the parliament, the government, the justice, the media. Everything is today corrupt. Everything is corrupt. Let's take, for example, media here. In democratic country, they say media is the fourth power here. But tell me a name of a media who is not biased today. Every media is aligned to this side or this side. Now, on this side, the media people on this side will not see any wrong done by their supporters. So this is very bad. You look at Channel 30. You look at Raja TV. It would appear that as if they have come from two different worlds. They're from two different planets, So they explain one particular situation. They have two separate narratives for that. And outright lying, outright lying. How can you do that? How can you do that? I mean, it's bizarre,
Let's talk about another scandal. Do you recall what happened with Arne's brother?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how like that situation? The last news I heard from that was like he was saying he's sorry, right?
Yeah.
How do you think? What's your opinion on how that situation was handled?
It was actually forced onto Ibrahim Naseer that he didn't want to take any action, in fact, because he didn't want to take any action. But there was a lot of criticism about that, and then he was forced to do something, and then he was just slap on the wrist, just a slap on the wrist here. But very unfortunate that number one, very unfortunate that he is the brother of a politician, Umar Naseer, The second unfortunate thing is that this has gone viral. And then many youngsters have seen this, the pictures I'm talking about, the videos, which has a very bad impact on our society. And the punishment part was wrong, and the video going viral was wrong. These kind of things should not happen in a country. And even if there is a video of such nature, authorities should come and block it, because it should not be given. Our young people should not be seeing all these kind of stuff too much on internet. Very, very unfortunate that this is happening.
So you accused Ibu of taking money from the Indians. I saw that on the presidential debate.
Of course. Every politician is taking money from either from China or from India or from United Kingdom. This is a problem. The laws are there, but it has never been enforced. Therefore, politicians can come and take money from India or from China or from anyone, and then run your campaign. And those who want to run a clean campaign has no money to spend on people like me, But we are very sure that the way that Ibrahim Naseer ran his campaign was based on Indian money. Yeah, it's obvious. Normally, MDP has very good alignment with India. And PPM has very good alignment with China. And every country and every big power tries to come into your country and play their game here. And we are actually fighting a proxy war here, sort of proxy war here now. China and India is playing the game here. So China will pump money to PPM. India will pump money to MDP, So we have become a proxies, of these two countries.
Yeah. My question is, do you have any sources on this information?
Well, no confirmed sources, because we do get a lot of information from. We have our own sources, but I cannot confirm and say here is my evidence on that. But it is a given in our politics. It is a given that. The money is coming from both sides.
So just going off of vibes here.
Yeah.
You said that all males age 18 will be forced to serve the country, right?
Yeah.
Here's my concern, right? So why not first introduce it as an optional thing, where the parents who want to send their boys can first test out the voters, instead of because it kind of looks like we'll be dragging children away from their parents, right? So why are we jumping straight into it instead of slowly implementing it? Why do you think it's a good idea to do that?
Well, this country cannot wait for so long now. The countries around us are developing, and they are improving their human capital. They are developing their human capital. Every school leaver is either given the option of taking university degrees or going and acquiring required skills in those countries. If you look at even India, if you look at even Bangladesh for that matter, these countries are coming up fast. And for Maldives, we cannot sit idle on our hands, and politicians keep stealing money, these things. So we don't have time for this. I need this country to be a rich country, to be a developed country within 20 to 25 years. So if I were to achieve this objective within my lifetime, or within your lifetime for that matter, we have to move fast. So that means we have to make sure that the children who come out of school are given proper discipline through a regimental process like military training. And then they go through university, and then they go through skill training, meaning the tertiary education has to be there for children after their military conscription. So we don't have time for that. I want to achieve this particular objective, taking this country from a third world country to a first world country within 20 to 25 years. For me to achieve that, I need to take the extra step.
So what about the boys that are in islands? Will they also be brought to Mali?
Absolutely. Not only Mali, because the facility is not based in Mali right now. The training facilities are right now across the country. We have one in south, we have one in north here. So no problem for everyone. In fact, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you one interesting thing in this. I was conscripted as a school leaver into MNDF because there was a law at that time. In 1985, I think. A long time back. Yeah, I was conscripted to MNDF. It was NSS then, and I refused to go there. In fact, I said no, I'm not going. And then they took me to prison. And I spent nine days in prison for that, for refusing to be conscripted to NSS. But after my training in NSS, I realized this is something that every school leaver will have to go through. So I am here, a guy who refused to do this. Now this guy is asking every school leaver to join military uniform.
Like Maram Maruhifani, right? Do you think we should do it publicly, like public execution style?
No, I don't think so. It has to be done in today's terms, with social media and all these things. You need not go in public to do that. Even in countries like United States, Singapore, or China for that matter, even democratic countries like United States, this is not done in public. But everyone has the pictures, everyone has the live feed from where it is taken. But you don't see the actual thing happening in any of those instances. So I will also be doing the same thing as US does. The same practice will be here. So you don't get to see the real execution. That's the point here.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But it prevents. If you really show it, it prevents. But it can put too much fear in kids' minds. So that's why in today's world, you don't do it in public.
So you want police to carry weapons, right? Like you said, you wanted them to be armed, right? Do you think there are any crimes taking place right now that requires police to be armed?
Absolutely, yeah. There's murder. And there is, you may have seen on the streets, people coming with swords, machete, this kakiwali and these things, And if police is armed and police carry pistols, the gangsters will know that they have the authority to shoot. So you don't have to shoot, actually. You don't have to shoot. But the fact that the police have got the weapons means that the gangsters will not take their fight to that level. Now look at Singapore, look at Malaysia, look at Indonesia, look at Sri Lanka, look at India, even look at United Kingdom. The police are carrying pistols. So why not Maldives? Because after all, our law allows that, and it's a deterrent. It's a big deterrent. Gangs will not be able to operate the way they operate right now. They cannot come on the street with knives and with cutters and with swords. They will not be able to do it because they will know that police will come, and if they don't stop, they will shoot. So it's a deterrent. Even the death penalty is a deterrent. Carrying weapons by police is a deterrent. These deterrents are important when you build a nation. Now I'm talking about building a nation. You cannot build a nation the way that we are doing right now. Look at the countries who has built themselves. Look at Sweden. So all these things, building a nation means a lot of things government will have to do. Sometimes unpopular things you have to do. So maybe carrying pistols by police may be an unpopular thing. But you need to build this nation. I want you to be, when you reach my age, I don't know your age because you're wearing a mask here. I'm guessing that you're around 30s, you know. I think you're around your 30s.
No, I'm in my 20s.
Oh, you're in your 20s. Oh, right, great. All right. I want you, when you become my age, you know, I want you to experience a developed Maldives, where you earn, where the GDP per capita is at least $50,000. At least $50,000. Right now, it is around $10,000 GDP per capita. So I want this country within 25 years span of time. I want this country to be rich so that when you reach my age, you will probably earn $50,000 per year. So this is a country I want to build. To build that country, I have to make sure that streets are safe, streets are clean, people are educated, people are disciplined, everybody has a job, and foreign investors have no fear. They can come, they can invest in this country, give job to you and your children, and then take profit away from here. And you become an entrepreneur. You know, so this is a country I see. And to build that country, there are tough decisions you have to take. That is where you need a strong leader. That's where you need me, actually.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Do you think the public really trust police to be armed? Because the example you gave, right?
Yeah.
No, here, you gave an example saying that if there's a gang fight, right, the police will be there to shoot it. Most of the time, the police arrives too late, so there is no police to shoot. And the public really don't trust the police because the police are not that helpful to the public.
That is under the current situation you're talking about. When I become the president, it won't be the same case, you know, because I have been a policeman myself. I know how to deliver a disciplined police force. I will make sure that all the bad apples are removed. Within my first 1 year, or within my first 100 days, all the bad apples will be removed. I will not be hesitant in doing that. So when you have a strong police force, people will start trusting them. That won't be a big problem, yeah?
You mentioned drug rehabilitation program, right? Taking them within 24 hours to a rehabilitation center.
Yeah.
So my question is, will you be making them go cold turkey, or will you be dosing down their intake?
Well, what I have in my mind is that I will employ the professionals to do that. All right, and they will decide what kind of treatment are required. As a politician, as a leader, I want everyone to be given the opportunity to go through rehabilitation within 24 hours. Right now, the laws and the institutions make it difficult for a drug addict to take treatment. And right now, it takes about 1 or 2 years to start taking the rehabilitation program. So I will not decide on the type of rehabilitation that will be given. That will be decided by experts and by doctors and these people. I, as a leader, I want to make sure that the person who is on the street, who requires attention of the state, are taken to a rehabilitation center within 24 hours.
Interest. What is your view on interest?
And I want an interest-free society. I want riba to be removed from our state affairs, because riba is prohibited under Islam, and it has in fact run a lot of people into bankruptcy, because banks and financial institutions run on this interest, that is their profit, and they are after that, and they may come and seize your mortgaged house, because they are prompted to do that, because they are not at risk at all. The banks are not running any risk here. The banks are very risk-free because they have your property mortgaged with you, you know, and they charge you high interest rates. They charge you other charges, you know, and then they're still protected. Lending a loan in today's terms, the banks have no risk at all because they have your property with you mortgaged. So they can sell it anytime and convert it to cash. So in any business transaction, every person, both parties, will have to take risks and rewards. You cannot have rewards only. You have to have both risk and reward. Now, in this particular under riba system, the banks have rewards only. They don't take whiskey. So I want a system that is aligned with Islamic Sharia, where riba is free. But this cannot be achieved overnight. It can only be achieved within 10 years, I believe.
Do you think the banks will be okay with that?
Banks need to be okay with that, because if the leader of the country is okay with that, the banks will have to fall in line with that.
Selling alcohol in resorts and stuff.
Well, that is also bad. But right now we are,
Really?
that is bad. But we are in that business at the moment. So this cannot come to an end immediately. So my plan is to give incentive tax breaks for people who run resorts without alcohol. So that is my phase 1. So under phase 1, if phase 1 is successful, I will take to phase 2, where I will I will put limitations on alcohol, where a particular resort can import a certain amount. It will not be open the way it is right now. So if the second phase is successful, the third phase will be completely phasing out alcohol from the Maldivian tourism. That will be done one day. Yeah.